tension just building up, right? You want to just release that. Yeah, there was an unbelievable encounter with Young Living essential oils, and lavender essential oil had something to do with it. Hey, this is Lance McGowan with Essential Oils Me, and we're going to cover a Reddit post, which is on the anti-MLM thread here, and it says, "You just need to let that go, a Young Living encounter." Oh, snap. What's that about? Well, let's read it off and provide a reasonable response. Provide the other side of the coin, since only one side of the coin is presented in the anti-MLM, hence the name, threads here, and so I'm providing the other side, which could be pro or more neutral through fact-based information and reason. That's right, trying to reason things out by seeking truth and seeking understanding and speaking truth and all that good stuff too. Alright, so this person says, "This just happened about an hour ago, and I'm still trying to reel myself back on mobile, so apologize for any typos." Okay, well, I appreciate them giving a little, precursor to that, okay? They said, "For some background, I cannot stand the smell of lavender." Sorry to hear that. I personally like it, but from a different brand. Snap. Okay, "I have a grandmother who has said / done some pretty traumatic things to my family. Dang. And she always has lavender around, so the smell reminds me of that and makes me want to puke a bit." Alright, so they're tying traumatic experience with the grandmother to an essential oil. Well, I mean, that makes sense, but let's not blame lavender for the traumatic experience. I mean, we can, reprogram stuff through neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP, so you might want to Google/YouTube search that. That would be helpful. More personal development opportunity for those that like personal development opportunities, which is not many people, but okay, here we go. They go on to say, "Cut to today," all right, fast forward. "When my stepmother invites me to have a drink with her and some of her coworkers after they clock out. I meet them, they're all pretty nice, so we chat." Okay. "One of them chimes in with the fact that she's in Young Living Oily group." Okay, and they did this in all weird language, letters, like some are capitalized, some are not, so I guess they're trying to put emphasis on that. Alright. "On the Book of Faces," Facebook, "and wants to show us a video." Alright, so I'm already like, okay, from my sales training, this tells me that somebody's volunteering information without seeking understanding and pre-qualifying prospects first. So you want to ask questions to see if someone is even open to natural solutions, if they're open to using essential oils, if they're open to watching a video. I mean, there's at least 3 questions right there that you want to ask in not interviewer format, but more just like, kind of ease into it and, just ask, like a conversation, make it more natural. So that's definitely what you want to do. That wasn't done, so that is an area of opportunity for that distributor. But at the same time, not everyone gets that training or sees my videos or whatever the case may be. I get that, which is why I'll have links in the description below so you can get that. Well, there you go. We learn from other people, right? It's not always beat them up. It's learn. There we go. Learn and practice. This person then goes on to say, "My stepmother and I are cool with essential oils." Okay. "But we don't like how people will sometimes replace actual medical care with them. And this comes up in our discussion with her. She senses our skepticism and asks if she can do an experiment on us." Yikes. Here we go, in parentheses. "She pulls out a vial of oil and asks us to think about something stressful. And that's when I realize there's probably lavender in there, since lavender is used a lot in stress-relieving products. I ask her if there's any in there, and she says yes. I explain that I'm okay and don't want to participate in her experiment. This is how the convo goes." And then she put L for lady, OP for me. And it says, "Lady, oh, are you or something?" And then parentheses, "I realize I should have said I was," but that also would have been a lie because it was more just like traumatic experience tied to the smell of the oil. But OP says, "No, I'm just not a huge fan." L says, "Well, you really can't smell it in here because there's a lot of frankincense." OP says, "No, really, I'm okay." L says, "Seriously, all you can smell is frankincense." This is where I started to get a little more irritated. OP says, "Lavender makes me feel and reminds me of traumatic stuff about my grandmother, so I really prefer not using it. Okay, so obviously there's been a number of verbal warning signs of not to proceed, but the distributor pushes on, which is not wise. But and then the L or lady says, "Well, you just need to let that go." Dang, insensitive. Finally, this person that left the Reddit post says, "I also couldn't believe what I had heard because in my experience, when someone says no, they mean no, and you let it be." I agree with that. Sometimes in sales, they say no means not now, which typically makes sense in the sense that people do have a need, but they also don't want to admit that they have anything that they could improve upon or that they have a health priority or anything like that, because then it's showing vulnerability, and vulnerability gives up power, and people just want to be in control of a certain situation or conversation a lot of times, and they don't want the other person to maybe pressure them or push them into something that they may be vulnerable about or have, feel like they have to do now, and that be used against them, right? So I can see where that comes from after talking with a lot of people and then studying more psychology, but yeah, no means no. I agree with that. In sales, I also understand that no could mean not now, because we do what we know, and no is just a way of saying I don't really see the value in that, so my answer is not to proceed, and it's up to the other person to respect that and realize that you can talk to the next person, move towards people that move towards you. Some will, some won't, so what? Someone's waiting, and then from a sales perspective, that's really what the focus should be, and this type of person would be able to move on very quickly if they had that mindset and that training. Specifically the Young Living distributor. Alright, so then this person says, "This just reaffirmed my belief that MLM's first priority isn't the customer." I mean, that's a huge overgeneralization. Yes, a lot of distributors aren't trained the way they should be. I agree with that, which we should again focus on the training and skill set, not making generalizations that make it easier for us to put people or an industry in a box, because that's going to lead to inaccuracies. We want to be accurate with our statements, or move towards complete and accurate statements so that we can have accurate conclusions. There we go. And then this person then says, "Sacrificing a potential customer's comfort just to recruit them is awful. I told this woman why I didn't want to do it, and she still tried to push me to anyways." Yes. Wait, push me to anyways. Oh, try to push me anyway. Okay, a little typo. Yeah, they mentioned that in the beginning. Okay. They said, "Yes, I know I need to get through that trauma, but that's on me and is absolutely none of your business. Let it go," is what they said. All right. Well, that was certainly an interesting Reddit post and story. Yes, if you've been through trauma, which is the vast majority of people through growing up, relationships, anything, work, it could be health, it could be business, anything. There's going to be some type of traumatic experience or something that causes negative emotions, or nobody makes us feel something, but there was something that happened and then we felt some type of way, we got in our feelings or had some negative emotions, and it's important to process. And it's important to deal with that. Can essential oils help with that? Sure, they can help calm and relax. Is lavender the best choice in this case? Maybe not. But there's lots of other options that can calm and relax. And I think that's where the research and education comes in. And our essential oils are just one way to deal with that type of trauma. I mean, you could journal, you could talk to a professional like a therapist. You could do a lot of physical stuff that releases emotions from muscles and areas like massage, or maybe even maybe even look into acupuncture or chiropractor work or physical therapy, things that help you move better, yeah, but maybe release some of the emotions that have been pent up and tied into different areas of our body, and just tension just building up, right? You want to just release that. There's lots of different solutions to help manage through trauma, and I think owning what happened, your part in it, is a first step. Either you allowed something to happen or you push or pulled something in a direction, and taking that personal responsibility is going to be key, in addition to seeking the help that will help you deal with it. And we can't deal with something until we've named it, and in order to name it, we need education and training from ideally a credible, reputable expert source. Alright, well that concludes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click the like button if you did. Share this video with somebody that would benefit from it. And most importantly, check out the links in the description below. You'll get this Reddit post story so you can read the comments and get some more perspective. And, you know, just also get more details about what happened. Because I think we can learn so much from other people's stories, either best practices or mistakes to avoid. And then go from there. Well, other than that, I will see you in the next video.